Oh, hello. Bernard J. Dalrymple here. You've caught me in the Plangonarium. As you can see, many dolls here. So what is a Plangonarium? Well, it is a room here at the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists where we store all of our dolls. But you may be wondering, what exactly is a Plangonologist? A Plangonologist will be explained in just a moment. Hi everybody. Now that little bit of silliness is over with.
I like silly.
I'm Cory.
I'm Anna.
And we are from Kit and Kat Shop normally. But today, I'm Bernard J. Dalrymple, the president, and
I am Beatrice Jane Dollington, chairperson, Board of Regents.
From the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists. And we're not going to do this accent through the whole thing. That would just be silly. You guys know who we are, but we are actually here to introduce something that we debuted at BJDC,
yes.
Texas. And it got such a great response that we want to share it with everybody else. The Benevolent Order of Plangonologists is actually a real deal. We
yes.
have set this up and we are making it a real organization. What is a Plangonologist? Plangonologist. I got wondering one day, since there is a word for a collector of coins, and there's a word for a collector of stamps, is there a word for somebody who collects dolls? Yes, there is. And that word is Plangonologist. And everything that I was able to find, it referred back to an old post on Robert Tonner's old site.
And we are fans of Robert Tonner's dolls.
Fans of Robert Tonner.
Yes.
So I was able to do some Cory things going back in time on the internet to figure out where this all came from, and it was from a blog post on the old Robert Tonner Doll Company website. Now, Robert Tonner Doll Company closed in 2018.
That one did, yes.
And this was a blog post by Nancy Shomo, the executive assistant of the Tonner Doll Company, and she put information out there in this blog post that dolls in ancient Greek theater, women were not allowed to perform any roles. A wax doll, plagon, was used in their stead. Another word which has the same name change is agelos, which is angel in English. Now, as to when plangonologist was first used, it hasn't made the Oxford English Dictionary just yet. So it's not found in the London Times at all. Still, it is defined as doll collector on, according to her, 100 sites now. She had a link to another page, but it was basically a trivia page where you could say, what does this mean? So
we can't use it in Scrabble just yet.
I would. But if it was challenged,
yeah,
I would lose points. So a plangonologist, quite simply, is a collector of dolls. And
I really liked it because when you tell people what your hobby and you say, I collect dolls, a lot of times they're just kind of like, oh, there's a little bit of, assumptions and maybe some baggage.
Well, and there's a lot of assumptions because doll means so many different things to so many different people.
And people just kind of assume that a doll collector must always be feminine.
Well, again, depending on who you're talking to, if you say doll to one person, it'll mean a Barbie. If you say doll to another person, it'll mean a baby doll that, closes its eyes when you lay it down. Yep. Some people, it would be an anime figure. So doll means a lot of things to a lot of different people. And we like that idea.
Yes, I did.
So we sat down over the next several days and ironed out, okay, well, first off, we had to have an acronym that sounded cool. Yeah, I like awesome acronyms. B.O.P. So we decided that in order to go along with other organizations like the Benevolent Order of the Elks.
Yeah, the Shriners.
Benevolent Order of Plangonologists, B.O.P.
Well, and benevolent means to do good.
Yeah, benevolent is nice and friendly, and everybody loves them, and they love everybody. And that was what we wanted this to be about. We want a lot of inclusivity. We want all dolls.
All dolls.
All people. So we actually added a page to our store since we already had our own website, and we put the official charter up. And you can get to that by going to kittencatshop.com/pages/B.O.P. B.O.P. And it will be an exact copy of what we are looking at right here. And it is the charter for what B.O.P. is. And our mission is the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists is, you read so I don't have to put my glasses on.
It is an international fraternal order of doll collectors. We are committed to the idea that all dolls are collectible and all persons who collect them are valued and welcome.
And that is the fundamental order of the day. That is what we wanted this to be about. If you go and you look at the charter, you will see that a lot of this stuff is spelled out in detail. We'd like to talk about it, maybe elaborate on a little bit. But the first thing that we wanted to address with the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists, hereinafter referred to as B.O.P, is we noted that there was certain tendencies among different groups to where there might have been a certain level of exclusivity, or we only recognize these as dolls, we only recognize these people as doll collectors, and it bothered me. It bothered us, and that's why this is formed. It's to be, you can collect any kind of doll that you want, and technically more than two is a collection.
Yeah.
So you saw me. We've got Rainbow High dolls.
Yep.
We have Smart dolls. We have Barbie dolls. We have Tonner dolls. We have paper dolls. It says
dolls in the name.
right there. Dolls.
Dolls you make.
So we do not want to discriminate against any kind of a doll collector. If you have a doll, whether it's a Raggedy Ann, a Holly Hobby, a $2,000 resin BJD from an artist, you're a doll collector and you are welcome.
All sizes, shapes, walks of life of humans as well.
Yes. The other thing that we noted, and we did talk about this at great length on an episode of Shizusans channel.
Yeah,
about
Beyond the Doll.
On one of his episodes of Beyond the Doll, we talked about how when we were going as a couple to many doll conventions or meetups or anything, there was kind of an unspoken, Cory must be the plus one. He's the husband or the boyfriend, but he's just here to support the doll collector. And it really took a lot of work and effort to convince people that it's okay for a guy to collect dolls and it doesn't make them creepy.
Well, yeah, it's dolls are for everyone, and everyone can enjoy dolls. And that was really kind of one of the driving things for me behind this whole idea of the Benevolent Order, is to acknowledge that it doesn't matter what socioeconomic strata you come from, or your age, or creed, or anything like that. All people can enjoy dolls.
Which is why the fundamental is all dolls, all people. The last thing under our vision section is how we would prefer members of the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists to behave towards other Plangonologists. And always treating each other with respect and kindness.
Kindness, yes. And fostering goodwill and outreach, encouraging people to enjoy playing with dolls, collecting dolls, however that they prefer to enjoy the doll. So that kind of takes us to the rules of the order.
Yes, even though it is a fairly unorthodox order, it does still have rules.
Yes. So, first and foremost, the order has no set boundaries, headquarters, or tepit or borders. The order maintains no institution or building, and we do not maintain a board or governing body. And we do not compete with any other doll group. So yes, you can be members of regional doll groups, local doll groups that are specific to a particular type or brand of doll.
Because as you may recall from the last section, all dolls, all people, no exclusivity.
Correct. So rule number 2, we set no definition or specifications on what qualifies as a doll for membership. Dolls include antique, vintage, modern, fashion, baby, handmade, commercially available, includes all places of origin, whether they be of fabric, resin, or even paper. All dolls are equal in the Order's charter.
With one major exception.
We do have disclaimer. We do not, as a benevolent order, support recasts, counterfeits, or fakes that are intended to defraud or fool people.
We support doll artists as much as doll collectors. And it is our opinion that anybody who is trying to pass off a counterfeit as the real deal is harming doll creators, and we do not allow that in our organization.
So, on to 3. Members are to refrain from comparisons of size of collection, value of collection, or importance of another member's collection. Collectors may have 2 dolls or thousands of dolls, and doll collections are for enjoyment, not status symbols.
Wow, you're getting quite posh.
We have to be very clear and precise with the rules.
Indeed. But to elaborate on that, basically, dolls are for pleasure, dolls are for enjoyment, dolls are for love.
I like all the dolls.
And once you start trying to say that anybody who has a particular kind of doll or a more expensive doll or a larger doll collection,
or more dolls or fewer dolls,
and try to make that some sort of status symbol, we don't support that. Everybody loves dolls, and if they don't, they should.
Well, comparison also invites exclusion.
And we do not want to exclude anybody. We are quite benevolent.
And that goes to our next rule. Members of the Order are forbidden to exclude or dissuade doll collectors based on age, gender, nationality, religion, orientation, or country of origin. Doll collectors may come from every walk of life, and all are welcome.
All people. No matter what. If they collect dolls, and we have a very broad range of what constitutes a doll, they're welcome. And if you want to be in the Order, you need to welcome them. In fact, we want you to invite them.
In fact, you actually have, as a member, a duty to the Benevolent Order, and that is to recognize, affirm, encourage other members, non-members, and potential members in the acquisition, care, and enjoyment of dolls whenever the opportunity arises. And this comes into how do we recognize other plangonologists?
Well, we have a very simple way of doing that. We have a membership kit, and in each membership kit comes a B.O.P sticker. These will be made available through our membership kits, and also smaller versions. So one is a large one for you, so you can identify yourself as a member of the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists, and you get smaller B.O.P stickers so that you can B.O.P others that you know are a collector of dolls. And essentially, you see somebody with a B.O.P sticker, they're in. They're a member. That's really all it takes.
So, and the last one, there are no annual dues or maintenance fees required to be a member. We do offer official packets if you would love a lovely, frameable, signed and certificate, and pre-printed B.O.P stickers.
We have made available for free on kitandcatshop.com 2 templates of business cards, which you can download. There is no charge. You do have to add it to cart and check out, but they are free. But you can print them, cut them out, print them out on actual business card paper, or have them printed and hand them out. And it's very simple. There are 2 different flavors. You can hand them out at doll meets or conventions or wherever you want to go, and it allows people to go and see the rules that we have been outlined, the charter of the Benevolent
Yes.
Order of Plangonologists, so that you can spread the word.
Yes. And the last item on our charter is the duties of members of the Benevolent Order, and those are to engage in philanthropy, in the cause of dolls, and other good and charitable causes. Promote the virtues and benefits of doll collecting, create a sense of fraternity and companionship among other doll collectors, support fellow plangonologists, and engage in outreach to non-plangonologists who may have an interest in the hobby.
Yes. Now, one thing that we are doing in order to support the organization and support other doll collectors is we are setting up a Patreon page. And this actually was not an easy decision to make, because we don't want anybody to feel like in order to be a part of this they should feel financially obligated. So what we do want to do is we need to be able to make the stuff and have it available for people to hand out. We do want to spread the word at conventions and doll meetups and things like that. And unfortunately, the way the world works is a lot of that requires money.
Uncle Sam requires we pay postage if we mail something.
So in order to get things out, we have to we do have to get some funds in so we can get stuff out. So we are setting up a Patreon. It's going to have 3 different tiers, and each tier will get you, well, every tier will get a few basic things. Number 1, they get a membership kit, which includes the certificate that Anna was showing, the B.O.P stickers, and we will put your name specifically on there.
And we also have plans to release videos where we can discuss things that are related to plangonology.
Yes.
Not necessarily related to any specific doll or type of doll, but just things that might be common among all dolls.
Yeah.
And all collectors.
And we would love to hear from you about what type of things you would like to have more information on. We may be able to reach out to some of our friends who are experts in various different aspects of collecting dolls who may be able to give you more information. One of the things that everybody will get their membership packet, and we'll have videos, and we're probably going to do videos that members of B.O.P will get to see them before the general public.
They'll get to kind of take part, see if we can do, a chat or comments, and they can have their input and engage on the topic of plangonology.
One thing that we have been talking about is the possibility of having a regularly scheduled live video where we can talk about questions that are actually coming up in the live chat. Have a general topic and focus on that and give our opinions and how does it actually relate to doll collecting in general. 3 tiers, basic level gets you that. The second level will get a Plangonologist t-shirt. And the third level will get the Plangonologist mug. And we actually have these available for if you don't want to join up, if you don't want to have Patreon. I understand that. But these are all for sale through our official affiliate, Kitten Cat Shop.
Yeah, they take the tax and stuff.
Yes, they do all of the order fulfillment. That's basically it as far as what is the Benevolent Order of Plangonologists. And we really want everybody to be a part of it, and we hope that you will join us for the videos. Join us. Go to the website. You can see the official charter. It doesn't cost you anything. You can tell more people about it through the free business cards, which are downloadable from the site.
So it's a fun concept, and I would like to see it spread.
Yeah, and honestly, underneath all of this, there is one fundamental rule. Have fun. Dolls, we recognize some of them are a luxury item, so you really need to enjoy them. and enjoying them is sharing them, and sharing your enjoyment with other people. So this is our attempt to get a group of like-minded people to talk about their love and share it with others. Bernard J. Dalrymple here saying adieu. Thank you for joining us.
And Beatrice Jane Dollington signing off and wishing you a fabulous afternoon.
Indeed. Indeed. Dolls for everyone. Everyone for dolls. Take care now. Goodbye then. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.
TTFN.